Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on this video to hear my big news. And I do mean big.
Big.
I'm also going to show you an easy and delicious recipe, because that's what I do. Okay, so the big news is that Connor and I are leaving New York. After living here for a decade, Connor and I are moving too. But first, let me show you this recipe for scones. My good friend Natalie and former flatmate, roommate, used to make these scones all the time and everyone was so impressed by them. Natalie got this recipe from her mom, who tracked down the original recipe for me so that I could attribute it. And the original author of this recipe is Irish B&B. I've tweaked their recipe just a bit, mostly because I like putting chocolate in things. Here's what you'll need. 3 cups of flour. I'm using whole wheat pastry flour, but you can also just use all-purpose flour. You'll also want a 1/2 cup sugar, 2½ teaspoons baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, and 3/4 teaspoon salt. By using a whisk to mix these ingredients together, I'm doing the same thing as sifting them together. It's just making sure that all of the clumps are broken up. Then add the butter. And 1½ sticks of cold unsalted butter cut into cubes. The original Irish B&B, that was a horrible accent. The original Irish B&B recipe says, cut butter into mixture. I think of it using the culinary school term I learned, sablage. So you're gonna take your fingertips to incorporate a fat, in this case butter, into the flour. The final result will look a little bit like crumbs. Then mix your buttermilk in. Either 1 cup of buttermilk or 1 cup of plain yogurt if you have that on hand, or you can do what I did, which is make a rich buttermilk using 1/2 and 1/2 and then adding a tablespoon of white vinegar. Let sit for 10 minutes until it curdles. The original recipe calls for adding orange peel and raisins, which would be totally delicious, but I'm gonna go with my go-to combo, chocolate chips and walnuts. I added a 1/2 cup of each. Pat the dough onto a floured surface until it's 1/2 inch thick. Then cut rounds and place them on a greased cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. Brush the top of the scones with some of that 1/2 and 1/2 you have on hand, then sprinkle cinnamon sugar over top. Bake at 425 degrees for 12 minutes. And enjoy! These are super delicious. And now, you have been oh so patient. Thank you for watching this video up until now. Connor and I are moving to London. Yes, we are UK bound and I'm going to make such fun content for you guys, not just in London, not just in the UK, all over Europe. 2017 is gonna be a big year, y'all. Are you ready for this? More details and info on that coming soon. Stay tuned for that. And as always, guys, don't forget, keep it quirky.